Hello everyone. In this lesson, we are going to learn about the use of layers in Adobe Photoshop. This is really important because when you will start working on Adobe Photoshop, in every step you have to work with layers. So therefore, layer is really very important. Okay, so from the beginning, what we have to do for learning about the layer, we have to go for create new, or we have to create a new document. So you can just click in this create new option, or you can just directly go to file menu, and from there you can go with the new option. So this new and create new are the same things. So let me click in this create new option. Then a pop-up will appear, and I'm using this default Photoshop size, this default option. So you just have to select it, and then you just have to go for create option. So let me click create. Okay, you can see here the document is created, and if you focus at right sidebar, this is our layer panel, and you can see here that layer panel have one layer right now, and the name of the layer is background. So we just created a new document and we used white color as our background content. That's why it's named as background. And you can see here we have a lock icon. So why these things is? Okay, so I want to use this move tool. So this is move tool. And you know, this move tool is why working for? Because for moving any image or any layer or any object. So I want to move this white background from here. So let me try to do that. So for moving for trying to moving this white background from here, you have to left click with your mouse, you have to press and hold, and you have to move your mouse. So let me try to move this background content in here. So what you have to do, you just have to click with your mouse, press, hold, and move. Okay, so when I just did these things, I got a notification, and what is saying? The currently selected layer is background layer. You cannot move a background layer or change its sketching order, blending mode, or opacity. However, you can convert to it a normal layer and then changes any of these attributes. That means you can see here we still have the lock icon in here. That means this layer is locked. So what do we have to do? We have to convert this layer as a normal layer, or the simple things is we have to unlock this layer for moving or for applying any kind of editing. Therefore, you can click this convert to normal layer, or let me click cancel, because once you will click convert to normal layer, this icon will be removed. So I'm going to show you in two ways. So once you will click this convert to normal layer, it will be unlocked. Let me click cancel, or you can directly just click in this lock icon. So let me click this lock icon. You can see here now the lock icon is removed, and the background name is renamed as the layer. That means now this layer convert in a normal layer. Now let's take a try to move this background content from here. So let me use my mouse, and you can see here this is our transparent document, and we used the white background content, and when it was locked we were unable to move this background content. But when I just unlocked it, now we are able to moving this background content or this layer. So this is how you will use the lock and unlock option in Adobe Photoshop for layer. Okay, so this is a layer. This white background is also considering as a layer. Now I want to add some images. So therefore you can use two ways. So I'm going to show you both things. Okay, I already given an exercise file in resource section. So you just have to download the exercise file. Okay, so let me click first this file menu for adding an image. So here is the file menu, and from there I'm going to go for open option. So let me click this open option. Then a pop-up will appear. So as an example, let me use this island image and let me select it and let me click open. You can see here this image is opened in a new tab. This is our new tab and we have the layer in here. But this tab or untitled one. This is our main working tab. So what just happened? This image, I just used the opened option that is placed in new tab. But let me click this untitled one in this tab, and now let me go for file menu, and from there I'm going to use this placed embedded option. So let me click this embedded option, and in here I want to use this orange image. So let me select this orange image and let me click place. Okay, you can see here this image is placed to our current tab, and you can see here inside our layer panel we have a new layer in here. Let me hit the enter button from my keyboard. Okay, so we got two layers. Here is the first layer, here is the second layer. Now I want to move this image, this island image, from this tab to our present working tab. This is our working tab, or this untitled one, you can consider this tab as our working tab. But the image I opened, it's opened in a new tab. Therefore, what I have to do, I have to move this image from this tab to this one. So therefore, I have to use drag and drop option. So you can see here we already have this background layer and it's locked. So if you want to move this image from this tab, you have to convert this layer as a normal layer. So therefore you just have to click in here, or if you directly just use your mouse for moving or for drag and drop option. Let me use this drag and drop option this time. You just have to use your mouse and you have to try to drag and drop, and you can see here again this notification appeared. So now let me click this convert to normal layer. You can see here we have the same layer as like before. Here is we got the layer 0 instead of background. We have the same layer 0 instead of background. Now I can move anywhere this image inside my tab. So therefore what I have to do, I have to move this image in here, and let me place my mouse cursor to this untitled tab, and in here I am releasing my press. Okay, so now you can see here I have two images here. Okay, the first one is the orange image and the second one is the island image. But you can see here, if you compare our document size, this is our main document size, but the image of the size is larger than document size. Therefore, the entire image is not placing in here. And you can see we have total 3 layers right now. Layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. But when I placed this island image, then what is happened? This orange image is masked. Do you know why? Because for the order of the layer. So you can see here we have layer 1 at top. If you consider the position, layer 1 at top, this Unsplash, this layer is placed in second, and the layer 0 is placed in third. But right now, if you want to make the preview for working for your orange layer or Unsplash layer, in that case what you will do, because this layer 1 or the island image is masked, therefore this orange layer is masked by the layer 1. But if you want to edit something else right now, you can do two ways. You can move this second layer at top, then you will be able to have your orange image. Let me show you. You just have to use the drag and drop method. You just have to move this second layer at top. So now you can see that we got our orange image visible in here. Do you know why? Because I placed that Unsplash or orange layer at top. If I place this layer 0 at top, then I will have the white background, because in layer 0 I don't have anything else. I just have the white background content. And if you put this layer 1, if you put this layer on again in top, then you will have the images. Okay, so you can see right now that we have total 3 layers, and the visibility is totally depend on the order. So basically what is happening right now, at first we have the island image, in second we have the background content image or white background, and finally at last we have the orange or unsplash layer, because now I placed this orange layer at the bottom. So this is for making the visibility of the layer by the order. But we have an option in here that's called the visibility option. You can see an icon of eye. So if you turn off this eye icon, then what will happen? That first layer is disappeared, because we just disappeared, or we just turned off the visibility option inside the layer. But you can see till now that layer 1 is placed at top, but still we don't have the image preview inside our document, because I just disappeared, or I just turned off the visibility. For the second one, let me turn off the visibility. And if you want to turn off the visibility for this image, you just have to turn off, or you just have to uncheck the eye box. Okay, so every layer is now turned off of visibility. So now if you want to make the visibility only for this third layer, you just have to turn this on. And if you want to turn on the first layer, you just have to click this layer 1. And if you want to turn on the layer O or the second layer, you just have to turn on. But this layer O and the third layer will not be visible right now, because after turning on all the visibility, layer 1 placed at top. So I hope you got the idea how these things are working. Okay, now I want to delete these layers. So as an example, let me turn off the first layer, and I want to delete this third layer, or I want to delete this orange image. So therefore, how you will do that? You just have to select this layer, and then you have to click this delete or delete layer option, or you can just press the delete button from your keyboard. So let me use this delete layer option. Then a pop-up will appear for confirmation, so you just have to click yes. Okay, so you can see now that third layer is deleted. Okay, so now I want to show you how you will duplicate the layer. So you can see here I have a total 2 layers in here. So let me delete the second one as well. Okay, so let me turn on this layer. I have only 1 layer, and this is the image of the island. So if you want to duplicate the layer, in that case you just have to right click with your mouse in the name of the layer, not in image, in here in the text field. So if you click with your mouse in this image, then different option will appear, and if you click with your mouse in the text area or in this right side area, then another option will be open. So for creating the same layer, once again you just have to use this duplicate layer option. So let me click this duplicate layer option. Then another pop-up will appear, so you have to type the name. So as an example, layer 1 copy, this is the default name is provided by WordPress. So if you want to put any other name, you can put it. So as an example, let me write layer 2. Let me click OK. So you can see here layer 1 and layer 2 is appeared in here. So if you now turn off the visibility for layer 2, still you will have the second image. But now let me change the position, because we still have the same position of image. Therefore, when I am turning off the layer, first layer or the top layer, we're still getting the exact image. Therefore, I want to move the image position a little right side. So therefore, for moving the second layer, you have to select the bottom layer, and now I am going to use this move tool, and now I am going to place my layer at right side. So you can see now that the image or the image of island is placed at right bottom. Okay, so this is our bottom layer. Now let me turn on our top layer. So let me select the top layer and let me turn on the visibility. So you can see here we have the same image, but we changed the direction or we changed the position. Therefore, when I turned on the top layer, we got the previous position. Let me turn off the visibility, and we have the another layer, and this layer 1, this visibility is appearing in here. So this is how you will copy or duplicate the layer in Adobe Photoshop. Okay, right now we are going to learn about the blending mode of layer. So you can see here inside the layer panel we got this normal option, and once you will click in this normal option, you will have a long list. Okay, so you can see here right now we have the normal option, but when I'm placing my mouse cursor in darken, you can see both image are visible right now. But what we have at top, once with the normal blending mode is available, we have the top layer, but when I'm placing a darken, both images are visible. So this is the multiple blending output, color burn, linear burn, darker color, lighten, screen, color dodge, linear dodge, lighter color, overlay, soft light, hard light, vivid light, linear light, pin light, hard mix, difference, exclusion, subtract, divide, hue, saturation, color, and luminosity. So this is the use of blending mode of layers. Different type of option have different type of output. So depend on your need, you can choose any option from here. So I'm keeping the normal mode once again, and you can see here is the option for opacity. So if you want to increase or decrease the opacity, you have to use this opacity option. So right now we have 100% opacity, but if you want to reduce the opacity for any layer, you have to make sure that that layer is selected. Then from the opacity, I'm going to reduce the opacity. Anything happens? Okay, let me go with slowly. Let me reduce the opacity. You can see here the second image is slightly visible in here. Let me reduce the opacity. Now you can see that first image are little less in view. Let me decrease more. So I'm reducing the opacity. First image is disappearing gradually, and the second image or the second layer or the bottom layer, that image is visible strongly. Okay, so this is how this opacity function is working. So let me turn 100% opacity. Okay, so we added two layers. Let me type some text in here, and therefore I'm taking this horizontal type tool and I want to write opened online. Okay, so here is the text I just added, and I want to increase the size of the font. So therefore you just have to make a selection, and here is the option for increasing or decreasing the font size. So from 12 point, if you click in this drop down option, then you will have some preset from 6 point to 72 point. With 72 point you will have the larger size of text. Here is the output. So as an example, I'm going to put for 24 point. So here is our text is appeared. Okay, So here is our text. I just written a text, and once the text writing is done, I just have to click this tick mark. And now I have to use this move tool, because with the move tool I will properly place this text in here. So for moving the text, you have to make sure this layer is selected, because if you select this layer 2, and now after selection of layer 2, if you try to move the text from here, you won't be able to do that. So as an example, let me move the text from here. So what is happening, basically this image is moving. So therefore you have to make sure that T, that means this is called text layer. So you have to make sure that text layer is selected. Now you have to try to move the text. So you can see now our text is moving. Okay, so what we found right now in our layer panel, we have total 3 layers: text layer, layer 2 and layer 1. Now I'm going to show you how to use the smart layer, or how to convert this layer in a smart layer. So I want to make a single layer. That means I don't want to keep this all layer in here, but I want to make a combination of these 3 layers. Therefore you have to make a selection. You just have to press the control button from your keyboard, and then you have to select all the layer. You can see here 3 layer is selected. So instead of 3 layer, I want to combine this all layer. Therefore you have to right click with your mouse after making the selection of 3 layer. Then you will have this convert to smart object option. So let me click convert to smart object, and you can see here other layer are not available right now, but the icon of the layer is changed. A new icon is added here. So opened online, this layer is available, but layer 2 and layer 1, there's a disappeared. Don't worry, they're not disappeared. If you want to work with that 2 layer, you can still have the chance, because you just have to double click with your mouse, and then you have to click this OK for this pop-up, and you can see here we have total 3 layer again in here. Okay, so from here you can edit, or you can customize any layer you want. Okay, so this is called the smart object, or converting the smart object. So this layer is opened in a new tab, but in our main working tab we still have the single layer. But when you will double click in here, then the new tab will be appeared, and all layer will be able to editable. So let me close this layer, and I'm clicking no because I don't want to save these things. Okay, so you just learned how to make, or how to convert a layer into smart object, and when you will convert, then all the other layer will be placed inside the top layer. Okay, so this is how this layer functionality is working in Adobe Photoshop.